the plus side is they've added a lot of weaponry this draft. Who knows exactly how it will fit in? That's what I'm interested to hear your take on. We got South Carolina's Deebo Samuel coming with the 36th pick, and then right after in the third round, they go Baylor's Jalen Hurd at 67. What do you think these rookies are going to bring to the table, and how do you think they're going to be used with Kyle Shanahan here?
Yeah, that's a great question. On the one hand, Kyle Shanahan handpicked these players, and his pride these guys on the field and give them targets and opportunities to justify his selection of them. On the other hand, he knows that his scheme is one of the most complex schemes in the NFL and most difficult to learn. There's the longest learning curve. It takes people a long time to get it down. He already has people on his wide receivers on his team that have been in the system 2-3 years. They're way ahead of the curve. Last year, Shanahan drafted Dante Pettis around the same spot he drafted Deebo Samuel, and Pettis didn't start right away. Pettis wasn't ready to start right away. We talked to him in the locker room. He would say, there's just so much thinking I have to do from the huddle to going out to my position. I'm thinking, what route am I running? What position am I playing? It took him until week 11 where he was really comfortable enough to start. So with Deebo, what I'm expecting early is he'll be the punt returner, the kick returner, and then he'll compete with Marquise Goodwin probably to be the number 3 receiver. I think Goodwin will probably be like the Taylor Gabriel type, the number 3 guy who comes in the middle of the field. And then early on, Deebo will probably be the slot receiver who comes in, or an outside receiver who comes in the red zone maybe, and or third down. He'll compete with Trent Taylor for those opportunities. I think Deebo will probably get his opportunity to start more toward the back end of the schedule, just like Pettis last year. I think Kendrick Bourne probably will be given the first opportunity to start at flanker just because he's a 3-year pro. He's been in the system. He knows he knows the scheme inside and out. He has the experience advantage over Deebo. I think he'll probably start early. He's not that great. So as the season progresses, I think Deebo will take that job. So he's an interesting player to draft in fantasy because he probably won't give you much early outside of special teams and jet sweeps and maybe an occasional reverse or screen. But by the end of the season, he could be getting a lot of opportunities in an offense that passes a lot. And the other guy, Jalen Hurd, to me, he seems like more of a project. I don't know if there's a role for him. For Deebo, he slides into that Pierre Garçon role eventually. He could be a slot receiver, punt returner, kick returner early. For Jalen Hurd, he's kind of like a project. Let's see what he can do and then figure it out along the way. They said he's a wide receiver kind of. I think he's probably not going to be a fantasy football option as a rookie. But for the 49ers, I think the way they probably would use him, if he's even active on game days, would be probably in the red zone again. Remember, he's 6'5", 230 pounds. He played running back for 3 years in the SEC. They might use him as a goal line back, considering all of their running backs are 200 pounds. This guy's 230. Or they could split him out like a Rob Gronkowski tight end type in the red zone and throw jump balls to him. So maybe they'll see him as a gadget player who can improve their 32nd ranked red zone offense. Or maybe they see him as a long-term project, but probably not someone you would draft in a fantasy league.